What's up everyone? Today we will be discussing the Nintendo NX, sharing some funny Miyamoto stories, and giving our thoughts on voice acting in Zelda, Final Fantasy 15, Super Mario Color Splash, and more. Joining me on this discussion is Joey Ferris and Macintyre Productions, but I would love for you to be a part of the discussion as well, so when a question comes up, or you just feel like it, just share your thoughts in the comments below, and with that out of the way, let's get started. So I've asked this question a few times before, but it's always interesting to hear people's answers. With the Nintendo NX launching within the next year, what are some launch games you would love to see?
I know, it's already given that, let's say, Mario, Pikmin, and Breath of the Wild, and Dragon Quest XI may or may not, will probably be on. I want to say Final Fantasy VII will make an appearance on the NX. I'm actually working on a video on this. And it's also, for instance, for example, Final Fantasy 15 is using this specific engine called the Luminous Studio engine. I believe that's what it's called. But interestingly enough, Final Fantasy VII is not using this engine. It's using the Unreal Engine, I believe 5. I'm not sure. I have to look up on the facts again. But they're using completely different engines. You could argue it's for several reasons. For example, Final Fantasy 15 took 10 years to make. That's a hefty, a long development cycle. Maybe the Luminous Studio engine is still very much new, and maybe they're still trying to work some kinks with it. And maybe that's why they're trying to play it safe with Final Fantasy VII Remake in order to deliver it faster. And ever since, remember the Smash Direct where Cloud was announced for Smash. Around that time, Reggie stated there's a new partnership between Square Enix and Nintendo. This could be construed in multiple different ways. And for instance, Square Enix, I believe, was the first third party to confirm that they're supporting the NX, and that was via the Dragon Quest XI thing, or the quote-unquote mistake they had a while back. And yeah.
Okay, so as for launch titles, we definitely know we're getting Zelda, so that's a given. Okay, we actually don't know that, but it'd be common sense to do that. Yeah, but common sense doesn't seem to be Nintendo's agenda lately, but hey, it's working out for them so far. So as for launch titles, I don't think they're launching with the Mario. I think they're saving that for the holiday, for that reason. And probably Pikmin 4 is going to be a launch title, because we know Pikmin 4 is in development, and Miyamoto said they're almost done. But I could have sworn he said earlier that they're still working more on it than they thought. I don't know, something like that. And I would like to see Metroid, but that's not going to happen because nobody buys Metroid because nobody has good taste in video games anymore. It's sad, really. But whatever Retro Studios has been working on since early 2014, that is probably going to be a launch title. So, or whatever that may be, Donkey Kong 64 2, I don't know, maybe a new IP, something like that. And third parties, people made fun of Wii U for coming out with third-party games later. And I'm just like, well, they came out later because the Wii U came out later. Are you fucking stupid? So I'm thinking we see some. We don't get Battlefield or Call of Duty. We'll get the next one, whatever that next ones, whenever they may come out that year. They're going to come out that year. It's predictable. Maybe Watch Dogs 2, and because I know I also know that Warner Brothers supported NX. Well, they said they would support NX. So maybe we'll see some Injustice 2 action, especially since Injustice 1 came out on the Wii U, and maybe even Shadow of Mordor 2. Who knows? And yeah, Square Enix games, of course. Don't know if maybe Final Fantasy 15 could get away with making a later launch, and probably even Deus Ex Mankind Divided. The first one came out on Wii U. Oh, and to answer your question, Andy, they are Unreal Engine 4. That's their latest engine. Yeah, they're not making 5 yet. They've been on that for a long time. But yeah, Unreal Engine 4. They're also using it to work on Kingdom Hearts 3. So Kingdom Hearts 3 should also come out on NX, along with, of course, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And basically, yeah, just give us more third parties, please. Third parties, please be on board. We want you and your games. We all know Sonic's the next Sonic game is going to come out on NX. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. I think I'm going to get it on that platform too, assuming it's not much different than the PC port.
Give a really out of the ball hope I have. Telltale, the games that make all these very story-driven games. I know recently they're doing one on Batman. They do Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, all this. I really want Telltale to do one on either like a Nintendo series, like a Telltale Mario or a Zelda or something like. I know it's probably never going to happen, but
Hey,
that's
don't say never say never. Minecraft and Nintendo worked fine. We could work, you
and
know.
that's a Microsoft-owned company now.
Yeah, so it's anything is possible. Anything. What's Telltale Star Fox? No, I'm trying to think of a Nintendo game with rich story, and there's not a lot of them. Other than
I think Metroid would work really well.
Yeah, but nobody cares about Metroid because it so fucking pisses me off.
they could make people care.
Yeah, they could.
what would it tell like? For some reason, when I think of it like a Telltale Mario, I just think of like, let's say Mario just being a drug addict or something, and then like he's getting arrested by cops, and then Luigi takes over. Or something.
I see if they did Mario, it would be like a really goofy, off-the-wall, funny story.
The Plumber Among Us.
The Plumber Among Us.
Oh man.
I think Zelda would work out well. Like, so there's already a lore established with that.
Voice acting, so yeah.
Yeah.
Voice acting is making its debut. I don't understand why not a lot of people are talking about that. And that's a really big deal.
It really is. Like Midna and Fi have had like garbled, gibberish voices in the past, but to see actual voice acting in the game, it's kind of exciting because we don't know if it's just that one person talking to you.
It's not,
or if it'll be other main characters as well during cutscenes and stuff.
It's not just going to be her. Aonuma said in a Game Informer interview that there's more voiceovers in the game.
That's awesome.
Yes, so awesome. I'm thinking Ganon, of course, but yeah.
I do want to see like a brand new Nintendo IP though, like something completely new.
Splatoon is new, but yeah.
There was an interview, or there was an article that I read a few days ago or a week ago where they said that Nintendo wanted Miyamoto to come up with a new IP, and I think they wanted it to be stealth related. I'm not really sure, but I think that was the genre that they...
Metal Gear Mario.
Yeah. I also, this is a bit off topic, but it was kind of funny. I read another article saying that Nintendo, and I believe it's like in Miyamoto's contract, they won't let him ride on a motorcycle because he's too valuable to the company.
A motorcycle or a bicycle, either one, yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
That's great.
To where it's like he goes outside his house every day to go to work, and he looks at his car, and he looks back over at the motorcycle, and he's like, and just puts his head down and walks to the car.
There's an agent like in the corner, like waving his finger. Oh man.
I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
So like, because I wonder what other clauses are in there to where it's like you can't do this because you're worth too much. I mean,
let's be real. Miyamoto is unfortunately losing his value. Like his characters he created, his series aren't. But him as a developer, I mean, what has he done lately other than Star Fox?
Yeah. I think that's mostly because he has so much that he's already created that Nintendo wants him to make sure that everything is going to hold up well, like that it's in good hands.
Yeah, that's true.
And that like Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, all of these franchises have people working on them that know what they're doing before they let him go off and start working on something new.
I'm happy because the new blood is really taking over at Nintendo. Mario Maker.
Splatoon is amazing.
Splatoon is incredible. Super young team worked on that, and it's fantastic. Same with Super Mario Maker. It was a young person's idea, and they were just like, let's do it. And a lot of younger developers worked on Breath of the Wild as well. I don't know if that also counts the Monolith Soft team, but it probably does. And man, I'm just really excited to like know that it doesn't matter who's working at Nintendo, they're gonna come out with quality software. Like Paper Mario Color Splash.
Now we're getting. I have a few things to say about Color Splash.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, like before anything, I do want to try it out just to give it a chance, saying like, hey, like maybe this is a new spin, maybe I'll enjoy it. But the main gripe I have with Paper Mario Color Splash is that for some reason, Nintendo finds it wrong if there's two Mario RPGs going at the same time. Like, for example, the reason why Color Splash is letting go of all of its RPG elements, or most of them, is because of the Mario and Luigi series. And it's like, oh, why do we have two RPG series going alongside? Let's just cut one up and just make Paper Mario all about the paper aesthetic. And the thing is, dealing with like the first two Paper Mario games, or specifically the first one, Paper Mario in Japan was called Mario Story. It was never about the paper thing. In fact, the reason why they used the paper aesthetic is to make the graphics easier. They didn't want to make 3D models, so they just went up making 2D models to make development go easier. It was all about the RPG elements and the story. And to like cut that off is just like cutting at the, let's say, the foundation of the Paper Mario series in general.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, but wasn't it first shown off as Super Mario RPG 2?
Oh yeah, that was the Legend of Seven Stars. Yeah, that was also like a precursor. And yeah, like Color Splash, like the graphics for the game, it looks incredible. I really, really like the art direction and stuff. But I feel like they could have done so much more with it. Like for instance, like imagine like a 1,000-Year Door with Color Splash's graphics. That would be incredible. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Hello guys, I am Macintyre, or better known as Andy. I typically do Nintendo-centric stuff over at Macintyre Productions. We just talk basically about news, theories, things of that nature. If you like Zelda, Nintendo NX stuff, Metroid, I dabble into that. And I dabble into other particular type of topics as well. And I'm also opening, I have a former channel, it's going to be reorganized, called Macintyre Records, where I just divvy up a bunch of old music stuff. But I'm actually relocating a bunch of short films and stuff. Like, I'm going to announce this soon. I'm working on this 3D animation film called Desert Batman. And I'm really, really excited to get that together. But other than that, if you like what you heard, then head on over.
Hi guys, I'm Joey Ferris of 2 different channels, Ferris Wheel Productions and Commonwealth Realm. For Commonwealth Realm, I do videos with Conrad, and we basically go over Zelda theories, Nintendo NX news, and theories. And if you basically like Andy's channel, Mr. McIntyre right there, then you should check out our channel as well. And if you're a fan of game reviews, with comedic game reviews, then you should check out my other channel, Ferris Wheel Productions.